This is very important because seeing this, the Sumerians, they started to see that whatever is happening outside is happening inside. This first concept that they brought together, the Sumerians, is the base of the whole holistic subjects on modern times. Whatever is outside is inside. Whatever is inside is outside. This concept that is called correspondence theory was developed first by the Sumerians and had affected us in all the way until these times. Now, by this concept of correlation or correspondence with the nature, the elements, the astrology, then they started to say that there was a connection between me, my levels of energy, my moods, with what it was happening outside. And what they refer to this, it was the union of the whole experience of my emotional triggerings. And that's emotional triggerings, they call it Svadhisthana. That is called from Svadhisthana. That is the second chakra, or chakra of sexuality. But in that time, they link it together, this, the mood of doing sex, not doing sex, the mood of the moons of the women, the mood of doing, expanding ourselves when we are triggered by our sexuality. This is Svadhisthana. They call it Svadhisthana, the behavior of Svadhisthana. And now they put another word that is called yog. Svadhisthana yog. Svadhisthana yog means the union to the emotions. And Svadhisthana yog was the first approximation of concepts of my behavior, unified to myself, to move it. Then Svadhisthana yog was the first approximation to encapsulate what is life force energy with my behaviors. Now, Prana was not still in the concept. They started to see that the Svadhisthana yog, the movement of my moods, my emotions, related to the astronomical facts, Mars, Pluto, or different planets, still not identified as a concept, but as identifying as different kinds of points in the universe, they were affecting me. Sun, moon, day, and stations of the year. Then as soon as they have discovered this, they started to feel another correlation. Everything was empiric for them. Then the Sumerians started to see that everything that they see, everything that they smell, everything that they eat, the levels of energy and the levels of mood, they were changing. Then what they saw is that my being was correlated to different measurements, and those measurements started to call it Prana. The first measurement of Prana was the capability of yourself to do another human being. And that capability of creating another human being is called ojas. They saw that the ojas, the first concept of life force energy, was coming from us. But those ojas were affected also by the astronomical facts. That ojas, when we were producing it ourselves as men and women, they were correlating to the phases of the moon, to the sun and the night. But also when they saw, when we were producing this life force energy, this human being, what they saw is that breath work was involved. What they feel when they were making sex, it was involved. And the emotions were involved in the whole issue of how good was my ollas to be delivered to another human being. I'm telling you, the first approximation, it was not breath work. Then how I was eating, how I was living outside, and how I was related to the sun and my emotions, then they trigger how good were going to be my kids. Then this concept is starting to evolve. From this primitive origin in which we were interrelated just to the productive system, the sun, the moon, the astronomical facts, then it was starting to relate it to the sexual act by itself, breath work. Then they saw that the more we were into the sexual issue, the more we were breathing, the deeper we were breathing. And they saw a pattern of energetical approach in all the breath work, but also what I was seeing. But also, if I do sex when was light, it was completely different. The sensation that I was feeling. If I was doing sex when was night, there was another kind of triggering. Sounds, there were other kind of triggering. The way I was touching with my partner, there was another kind of triggering, another level of life force energy. But this is one of the most important aspects that I started to feel and see that the senses were the ones that they were connected to the whole aspect of creating energy, to creating life force energy on myself. Then the first concepts of prana, that is the measurement of life force energy, were come from the ollas, and then we started to measure how we breathe, how we see, and the touch. That was the first approximation, and it was called Svajara Yoga, or Svajara Yoga. Now, this changed completely the aspects of what we saw of life force energy. And this is the most important thing that you have to get into mind, that pranayams are not just pranayams. Pranayams. Pranayam is not just the concept of handle the breath work. It's just to handle the access of the life force energy to your senses and the awareness that you bring out of that. Then from being Svajara Yoga, that was the correlation of the body to the life force energy within us, past how I can handle the prana that was outside in order to maneuver inside through the senses. Now, out of all these things, the only thing that remains in the practice is just the breath work. But now what we are going to be trying to develop with these courses that we are going to be unfolding is that you can generate prana, handle, not only with the breath work, but also with the eyes, with the sound, with the touch, with the taste. And we are using different kinds of techniques to boost life force energy and handle life force energy. Then after the Sumerians developed the concept of Svajara Yoga, it comes a whole movement of this practice to the north side of India. You remember that Sumeria was a metaculture that was already in the Middle East. Then the first town to be connected to the Sumerians were small villages that they called themselves the Dravidians. The Dravidians were the first ones to start to say, okay, I'm going to take what these people are saying and make it bigger. And the first technologies that they were seeing is that breath work was the key of all the pranayamic methods because it was the most powerful tool that can connect with my body. Now, the Dravidians were the first ones to develop a whole method regarding the use of how we are breathing and how are our moods, but also how are the levels of energy. Then what we are going to be doing right now is our first pranayamic exercise, if you don't mind. And before we do the pranayamic exercise, I would like that we introduce ourselves. I'm used to do the Holland way. I start 5 minutes before, but it seems that there's a lot of people from Spain, even though they are from Holland. Okay, Greg, if you wanted to tell us again, where are you from?
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm a Belgian guy, French speaking, and I'm currently in Gran Canaria.
Wow.
That's really nice. You are, even though Gran Canaria is very different from Spain, because in Spain we have still the lockdown 0, and Gran Canaria is starting with phase number 1. And it's amazing. Thank you. Welcome, Greg. Stephen.
Hi, my name is Steve. I'm sitting here in Estonia in Eastern Europe, and I met with Anand last year at the Swedish Tantra Festival. I work here. I have a tea shop, so I run a tea shop and I do tea ceremonies. That's why I'll be drinking tea during this, and I'm also a body worker and massage practitioner.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks.
Joao?
Hi everyone, I am João. I live in London, and yeah, I also work with massage therapy, meditation, Tantra. So yeah, so that's what I do. And nowadays, just things are quieter, so studying more and being more. Yeah. Thank you.
Anna.
Yeah, hi. I'm from Barcelona, but I live in Holland, so I'm in Amsterdam now. And I know Anand also from festivals last year in Antwerpen also, and another festival. And now following a lot of his teaching and enjoying. And I'm a psychologist.
Thank you, Anna. Ingrid?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I live in a small village in Holland that's called Goede Rede.
I don't know.
And I know Jessica from Middelburg, and Michael and Maria Anna. And Michael said yesterday that he wanted to follow your teachings. And then I looked at the links and saw this, so that's why now I am here.
Thank you, Ingrid. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nelly? You have to mute the microphone that is in the left corner. Okay, perfect.
Yes, I've just done that. Morning, everyone. I am Nelly, based in Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm a massage therapist. I got the link from Carmen Cruz. I think you know her, Anand. She's English, but based in Cape Town. So I'm trying to learn new things because the lockdown is still very much in South Africa. So I'm happy to be here. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Nelly. Thank you. And be welcome. Roland, I don't know if he's hearing us, but I know Roland. Okay, he's there.
Yes, I'm also here. I'm Roland from Holland. Did a lot of courses with Anand, and interested in what you have to say today.
Thank you, Roland. Be welcome. Then what we are going to be learning, since there's a lot of therapists, and Ingrid, maybe you can become a therapist. who knows if you wanted to start to do this, because almost everybody in the room is a therapist and a masseur and a body worker and handles a lot of energy. And what I will take advantage now, even though it was a course for introductory knowledge, we are going to be doing something that can help to you. Then I can modify a little bit the program, if you don't mind, Ingrid. Would you like?
No.
Okay, perfect. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, what I'm going to be doing is, since we are everybody handle energy, and the most important fact that you need to know is that prana, when you are with somebody and when you are with yourself, the life force energy connects and the vibration connects to the other person and the other people that are around in your home, but also are around in your own practice. In your home, Ingrid, all the things that you are seeing is in vibration with you. What you wear is in vibration with you. And that vibration, this color, is emitting a frequency. And that frequency is coming to your eyes, to the texture, and that frequency that is coming into you is affecting the way you vibrate. And that vibration...
Everything
Yes.
you see, everything.
Everything what you see, everything what you eat is a vibration and has a frequency. Then this is very important when I'm trying to handle the energies with myself and with my clients. And what we're going to be doing right now is to be in connection to the pranic energy that is around. And what I wanted today is the first exercise that we're going to be doing. What they saw, the Dravidians, is that everything that is here around my space and everything that is having this frequency on me, it travels to my body. It goes into my body because, first of all, we are electromagnetical beings. Right now it's on fashion that, well, since the COVID, I don't know if you have heard about Kalker doctor. That is an Argentinian person that is using biophysics to change the way we connect to the body. And we are electromagnetical beings, and the whole energy goes inside us by different kinds of meridians. And those meridians, they are bringing the energy to our body. And for those ones that they are not related to the subtle system, these lines of energy exist. And 7 years ago, if I can find the scientific article, I'm going to share it. This scientific article says that really these meridians exist into the body and channels all the life force energy into our body. Since in this moment we cannot connect to these lines of energy, I would like to ask you to channel in the main channel of energy that we are aware of it physically and biological and electromagnetical, that is the spine cord that we have. The spine cord, in Tantra, we call it Sushumna channel. The Sushumna channel transports, there is the main channel that transports all our energy, all the biopeptides that are in our brain, all the biopeptides, they feeds all our endocrinal system, all the electrical currents that is transported to our brain, and from our brain, it goes directly in communication to our inner organs. And what we are going to be doing right now is to move this energy into the vertebral column. And what we are going to be doing is just vertebral column completely straightforward. Wherever you are. I will try to connect to my vertebral column. I'm going to try to connect. These are my hands, and I'm going to place it up on my knees. I'm going to push a little bit my chest out, not too much. And I'm feeling how my vertebral column is taking their own natural way. Now I'm going to be asking you to close your eyes. Connect to your breathing. Breathe in through nose. Breathe out of nose. Don't do nothing, just be in awareness of the air that is coming in, the air that is coming out. How fresh it is. Even though you are connected to the sensation of the breathing, with no opening the eyes, I'm going to be asking you, how do you feel? And how do you feel it comes in different levels. Where is my mind? With whom or with what is my mind? Where I'm putting my intention on? Where are my feelings? Are they mine? Or being affected by somebody else or by a circumstance? How is my health? Keep breathing in. Forget about what I've ever said and connect just to the sensation of the breathing. Keep your vertebral column straight. Relax your shoulders. Now focus your attention in the breathing. Imagine that there is particles of energy breathing in, particles of energy breathing out. They're very tiny. They are coming in and out through your nostril. And that energy has a lot of accumulated frequency and vibration that is coming inside of my body, interrelated through my blood system, bringing oxygen. Very slow, with this concept in mind that this energy, I'm going to go deeper in my breathing. For being just nostril to nostril is going to come to my throat. And I'm feeling in my throat, coming in and coming out. Don't go far beyond the throat. Start to handle the inside of this energy and the outside. This is your own power. For being automatic, you are handling your own breathing. From being automatic, now you have the concept of energy and it's coming to your throat, going through the nostril, going to my forehead, going through my throat. Now from the throat, it's going to go deeper into my chest. Once it goes deeper into my chest, now which organ is pushing that breathing? What kind of organs are getting involved? What kind of my particular physical body is getting involved? How my lungs are expanding and contracting. How my ribcage is expanding and contracting. How my diaphragm is pushing out the breathing. How it's changing the sound of my breathing. Now go deeper. I'm going to go just to my ribcage. It's coming in. It's coming out. Coming in. Coming out. Coming in. Coming out. Now it's going to be arriving to my stomach. Coming in. Coming out. How it's involving my inner organs. Coming in. Coming out. How long is the breath in? How long is the breath out? How's my effort in my body? Breathe in. Breathe out. Is there a movement in my vertebral column? Breathe in. Breathe out. How my vertebrae is getting involved in the breathing? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Hold. Exhale. Breathe in and hold. Hold the breathing. Sensations. Breathe out very slow. Breathe in very deep into the stomach. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold the breathing. Breathe in deep. Hold the breathing. Allow the energy that you are moving to expand in the rest of the body. Breathe out very slowly. Allow the energy to go unexpanded and the breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Hold. Let the energy expand. Breathe out very slowly. Breathe in times. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now, once it's gathering the energy, now we are going to expand that energy. Don't open your eyes. Follow my breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. 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 Breathe out through the nose. Do not open your eyes. Breathe in through the mouth. Breathe out of the mouth very slowly. Comes in a very beautiful air just into the mouth, going out through the mouth. Your vertebral column is straight. Now come back to your physical body and feel what had happened with your spine. Feel what happened to the levels of energy. And feel what had happened to your mind. Very gentle, and in your own time, start to open your eyes. How is everybody? Okay, thank you. Now, since before I ask for your feedback, when you are receiving a client as a therapist, one of the main tools that we have is the settle of ourselves in our own energy. The main aspect when I wanted to receive a client, I need to be grounded and I need to be expanded. What I wanted to be expanded and be in awareness. The more I start to handle prana into my body, the more I'm going to sense the person that is coming in. Most of you, they have already this in your own nature, because if you are handling massage, therapy work, or groups, because I know that down here, there's people that are having groups in all levels. If I'm grounded and expanded, then I'm going to be controlling myself from other part that is not the self. Armando, this is Armando. I don't want that Armando controls, because Armando is worried about maybe paying the light bill. Armando is maybe worried about the partner, if the person is loving or not, or is not communicating. Armando is troubled because the family is not good, or my mother is not in good health or good health. All these worries are there. And what you don't want is that when the persons are coming in, you are in your person. What you need to bring down is more than the persons. When we handle prana, this is your life force, like this. This is your body. From the middle, that is the vertebral column, is irrigating with the prana a lot of electrical pulses to the brain. This energy is not only moving in the vertebral column or the spine, it's moving to the rest of the physical body. When I say the rest of the physical body, it means the tissues, it means the blood, it means the bones. And they go to the physical body, this electricity. But once it's there, you saw that the prana, we are going to see the cycles of the prana. First, I was aware of the energy of the prana. Second thing, I started to handle prana into my body. Then afterwards, I start to handle cycles of the prana into my body. And then afterwards, something that they don't handle in yoga, something that they don't handle in other practices, but we are going to handle, is to expand that energy to a purpose. Not only because expanding. This time I didn't put a purpose. Then the pranayama is different kinds of cycles. It's not only, anybody can do that. I'm in awareness. Oh, energy in my left side. Yeah, that's good. But what we need to do and what we need to know is that the pranayama, awareness of the prana, handle of the prana inside of your body, cycles of the prana, in order to affect the biological system, the subtle system, and the bodies of the being. Once I'm affecting by the cycles, then I'm going to do something with that energy that is already in me, either expanded, contracted, or massified. Then now you're going to tell me, Anand is crazy. But Anand is not crazy. You have the method of the pranayama. And even though this is going to be in the network, we are going to develop in the formal course all these techniques. But I wanted to know is that the pranayama is not only the breath work. You can use breathing and eyes, breathing and sounds, breathing and touch. And then you are developing a whole structure that is completely different from the normal pranayama. Mm-hmm. Now, the main problem that we have with all these methods, that they are not in the light. When I say that they are not in the light, is because it gives you a lot of knowledge. And as an hermetic science of the Svajara yoga or the breath work, this science was kept hidden. Yogananda or Sajinanda, that the first one that they started to compile in modern times, the pranayams, he didn't put what we are going to see all along these 7 courses that we're going to be having. Then this is going to be really nice for you as workers, as body workers and a therapist. Now, we go back to the question, how do you feel?
Good.
How was the experience, Ingrid?
I don't feel the energy all flowing yet, but a little bit more than before I began with this. So sometimes I think I still have blockades in my body, but I felt a little bit cold in my body a few minutes ago.
The most important thing, Ingrid, is that if you see it, because some people start going to shake and be like the exorcist little girl, don't worry about that, because the physical body responds different in different kind of people. At the beginning, I always says in a Tantra workshop or this kind of workshop, I was seeing the people moving, shaking. I say, these people are being paid. These people, they are crazy, are part of a sect. But no, once your body started to connect to the subtle system, then there's things starting to provoke. And yes, it's not that they are more sensitive or less. The most important thing is that you sense, start to sense, start to feel.
But sometimes I think that my breath is too much here.
Yeah, then there's, you are being emotionally there. Then with the pranayams, it's going to be good for you.
Okay.
Somebody else?
Yeah.
I felt, go ahead.
Let's go, Joel.
I felt energized, yet light, kind of a sensation of lightness and floating. So a mix when I was doing it.
Perfect. Thank you. Somebody else, Anna?
Yeah, I felt very aware, also light in my head, but afterwards more in my body and also bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. And a little bit shaky, but not like the exorcist.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Not yet, anyway. We'll
No,
see.
I know.
Yeah, but she can be.
So early.
Nelly.
Sorry. For me, at first, I felt relaxed. I mean, I think the most part that really affected it was when we were breathing fast. The fast part, I don't know what it did, but I could feel something happening when I was breathing in and out very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but and then my temperature just dropped, and yeah, I don't know if all of this is normal, but yeah, that's how I felt, and very refreshed more than anything.
That's the thing, the refreshness. But also is, remember, when we are handling prana, we are connecting to the emotional things. And when you are, for example, very excited, when I say excited, not sexually, when you are excited, a little bit anxiety, the breath work is going to start to do very fast. And we don't know. And then it creates emotional states. But the breathing, what we were doing, from going all the way down and then short it up, this is my subtle system. You see there? That's the Sushumna channel, that's the chakras. Okay. And then you go from down, you're going up, 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 until you are down here in the mind. Then the pranayams, when they are faster, we started down and it started to unblock and release things. Then this is the power of pranayams with the breath work, because you are handling the whole subtle system. You are activating the whole subtle system, but also you are unlocking the subtle system. And that's very good. For example, I can direct, if I have, for example, a client that imagine that the client has a lot of anger. How to, with a pranayama, I can deliver and unlock this anger. Then I can do, for example, a nauli. Nauli is contracting the stomach in, contracting out, contracting in, out. And then I'm going to tell to the client, please breathe in, push the air out, breathe out, relax, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And all the angerness is starting to dissolve, because the angerness most of the times stay on the stomach. Then if I have a person like, I'm a little bit deep emotional right now, for example, then I'm going to go to the heart. And I'm going to breathe in from there. Then I'm going to accelerate the breathing until there, until unlock the issue emotionally. And there are different techniques to handle the pranayama, also with sounds, mantralizations, and different kinds of things. Okay. Thank you, Nelly. Somebody else?
I just became aware of how my stomach and chest were kind of in some locked positions before. So doing this breathing kind of smoothed out, almost an allowance to breathe more fully from the stomach, and just made me more aware of that I had some like holding patterns in this area, and almost didn't want to let the stomach expand as much as possible. And towards the end, I started to feel actually warmer in my hands, sort of like the hand region was starting to be a bit tingly.
It's amazing, believe it or not. One of the countries that have developed in a different way the whole techniques of the prana from ancient times, from modern times, has been Philippines. And I'm telling because regarding with Stephen, or Stephen, how do you want that I call you?
Steve is actually
Steve.
Yeah.
With Steve is the patterns of emotional issues or blockages, like Ingrid had said, like Steve has said, are related to the breath work. But what we don't know is that we are just adding, you know, like I feel depressed. Then if I feel depressed, instead of full deep breathing, it's a shallow breath. And I keep the breathing, the energy just down here, just reaffirming what I have in my physical body and in my mind just by the breath work. If I'm horny, my breath work changes completely. And if I'm anxious, my breath work changes completely. If I'm emotional, and if I do only nostril breathing, I'm going to tend to breathe in more through the nose. If I'm not seeing something that is emotional, but my subconscious is saying, okay, this is a stupid problem that you have emotionally, then when you walk up, it's going to be clogging a little bit this in order that you can see the logic on it and the right nostril is working. Then your body is reaffirming or trying to balance things. It will be depend on you. Then sometimes the pattern reaffirms by our own breath work, and sometimes the body will try to go do homeostasis. That is the balance of the body, biological, energetical, and psychological. Thank you, Stephen. Somebody else? Correct?
Yes, so I felt very connected. It's funny that my body remember the workshop we followed together. Some things were already imprinted into my body, and so it was really natural to go, and the fast breathing and things like that. Felt very, very connected. Was really beautiful. Thank you. And obviously, I'm the shaker in the group. Don't worry. I'll be shaking all the time.
Okay, we have a lot of shakers. Roland? I don't know if Roland is there. I think he's out. Okay. Would you mind to do a pranayam that I would like to give to you today? The first pranayam that we did, it was in order to make conscious what a handle of pranayam is. And the first talk that we did, it was in order to recognize what are the prana and the connections that it has with your life. And I asked you stupid questions when we were doing the pranayam is how do you feel? How is your health? To whom you were thinking, where is your mind? Because all these things that I'm asking you, you can handle and you can affect it through the pranayam. Instead of being thinking in my partner, I will be thinking about myself and I will center on myself. And then that thoughts that were going out. When I'm feeling bad of my health, I'm going to boost energy on myself through the prana. Mm-hmm. The first pranayam that I would like to do, besides the recognition of the energy that we did just now, is going to call conscious breathing. And I like to start everything that I do in Tantra or any kind of workshop with conscious breathing because it allows to connect yourself to yourself. For those ones that are therapists, connect your inner wisdom. Mm-hmm. Because one is the person that is over there, Armando, but something else is your inner wisdom. And when I was trying to talk about being a therapist and receiving your client, is being in yourself from your inner wisdom. Because you are going with the pranayams, is not only connecting the physical body, the energetical body, the emotional body, but also you are going to connect to your spiritual body, your soul, but also you are connected with your psychic body. Once you started to handle all the pranayam, in all the levels, you are connecting to the bodies of the being. Conscious breathing, what we're going to be doing is one of the fastest way to be rooted, to be energized, and to be within yourself, either with your inner wisdom or being objective. You let it acknowledge as you want. I'm not wanting to put you concepts. Just feel it and feel how is it. If you think that it's coming inner wisdom, it's okay. If you're feeling that you are rooted, it's okay. If you don't feel nothing, it's okay. I'm going to be asking you just to step. I'm going to be moving to a chair, if you don't mind. Conscious breathing has different kinds of levels. And let me put my glass. I'm going to be asking you that you put at the end of the chair, on the edge, I'm going to place my hands like this on top of my knees. My vertebral column, because of the position, is already in a natural pose. Then that means that I'm like this. Now, remember, next lesson, we're going to see how it moves the prana and how it's connecting to the subtle system. Then I'm talking in general terms today, but what I wanted is that we do conscious breathing. Now, in Tantra and in other practices, holistic practices, the nostril, represents my mind and represents the connection of the oxygen to the mind. And the mouth represents the masculine, represents the connection to the density. But that's polarization of the breath work. Then in some concepts, there's negative energy and positive energy when I'm breathing. What I'm going to be trying to do is to balance the polarity, the first polarity of the human being besides the hemispheric polarity. Is the connection to the earth and connection to the universe. Negative energy, positive energy coming inside of my body to regulate myself and to be grounded here, but grounded also there. Then nothing is blocking my mind, nothing is allowing not to move, okay? Very gentle. I'm going to start a movement, chest out, and then chest in. Chest out, chest in. When do you do the chest out, then you look to the front, and then it started to reach to the ceiling. Breath out, come out. Now, very gentle, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Now I'm going to be asking you to squeeze one part of your body, that is the pelvic floor. Squeeze the perineum, tongue into the palate, inhale through the nose. Reach to the ceiling, hold the breath. Liberate the tongue, exhale through mouth, liberate the perineum. Perineum, tongue, breathe in through the nose. Stretch now your chest to the ceiling. Breathe out through mouth and liberate the perineum and liberate the tongue. Now let's put the concept. What I breathe in is energy. Breathe in. Hold the energy. Let the energy expand it in your body. Breathe out. Squeeze your perineum. I'm rooting myself. Breathe in. Feel the connection to Mother Earth. Breathe out, come back. Squeeze perineum, tongue into the palate. Breathe in. I'm connecting to the energy, but also I'm connecting to the universe. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Sense the movement. Let's start. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Exhale. 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 Breathe in. Hold, 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 hold. Breathe out to mouth. Into mouth, out to mouth. And that's conscious breathing. Open your eyes. Are you okay? Because we are on time, I'm going to be asking you just 3 words. And then what I wanted is that the next session is, let me see. Next session is the 20th. If you wanted, if you can make it, it's okay. If you cannot make it, it's going to be recorded. But what I want is, if you want all the 7 participants that are right now, try to practice twice a day this pranayama. 1 in the morning, just before eating, and 1 in the middle of the afternoon. And try to see how do you feel. After you do it, start to see how is the emotionals and how you are connecting to yourself, and how is your nervous system, and how is your presence and awareness. That's the most important thing. And how you interrelate afterwards with the people, and how do you feel your body and the connections of the body with the people. I'm going to send, if you are registered into the thing, I have your emails. I'm going to send you the practice of the conscious breathing. Then you can have it on paper. Then you can practice. Practice this first level. Don't go far beyond. Don't do mudras on the eyes. Don't do Kechari mudra yet. Don't do all the bandha. Start slowly, just with the perineum and the tongue into the palate, just like that. Don't force it. Just do it like we did it. First, awareness of the breathing, then deep breathings, and then once the deep breathings, then start to go faster. And then just hold a last breathing in, hold it, and you can hold it. Hold, 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 hold. And if after that you cannot hold anymore, let it go. Hold, hold. If I'm practicing pranayama already, hold, 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 and exhale. If I don't practice pranayama, 4 is okay, 3 is okay. If I'm practice and I wanted to go deeper in the implosion of energy, I can go to 7. Hold, 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 and release. Okay. With 3 words, how do you feel? Just to finish. Anybody?
More energetic.
Thank you.
Now I'm awake. It's official.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm feeling a bit refreshed, which is quite good, and awake, as Dave was putting it.
Okay, thank you, Nelly. Greg, Joe?
I'm feeling energized and good.
Perfect.
Energized and relaxed at the same time.
Okay, perfect then.
And grounded also.
Grounded also. Remember, conscious breathing is, if I'm going to receive a client, I don't know in South Africa if you're receiving clients, but in some parts of the world, like Holland, they are already receiving clients. And I don't know in Maspalomas, I think also. But if you're receiving clients, conscious breathing before a client, perfect. Then next time we're going to do how to receive a client with energy. This is to be grounded, and to receive and expand your energy into the room is amazing, you know, just with a pranayama. And to be igniting the energy to the rest ones, not with the target of a bad purpose, but with the target that they feel and being connected to the practice, not to you. That's the most important thing. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, wonderful Sunday, and be pranic today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And in the afternoon, if you wanted to come, I think I have homeostasis at 5 o'clock. It's also free. And homeostasis is regarding how we can start to help our immune system and our biological system in order to be better with tantric practices. Then we are going to see what is homeostasis and the levels of homeostasis and how we can help our own body to be good. And those ones for our therapists, then you can start to understand why a massage is so powerful when you are doing a tantra massage or a body worker massage in the homeostasis process of your people. And Steve, when what you are doing with the teas is amazing, then you know that this is healing by itself, but also in all levels, ritualistic, energetically, peacefulness, mindfulness, and the triggering of energies that you can bring to the tea is amazing. Okay, well, see you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday. If you can, see us on the later around.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You said the homeostasis, is that today? You said at 5?
Yes, at 5.
Is it on TrueTantra.eu?
Yes, you go to Betantric English and it's over there already, the link.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and sorry to force you to register, but I didn't find any other way until we do the formal courses. The formal courses, I just going to give you the links.
Okay. And the one at 5, everybody can follow it if they
yeah,
don't.
Doesn't matter. It's open for everybody.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye.
Thank you all of you.